I'm going to take Elementor forms further than you've ever thought possible, because now we've got a form and we've got multiple options. So I could go here and pick option B. I've set them all to be $1 for simplicity. And I might say I'm going to have 5 of them. The price total is $5 and we have a grand total down here. What if I want services number 3, option 3, and I'm going to have 2 of them? Well, that's $2 because they are priced at $1 each. And the total is now $7. So rather than just having a single layer of options, you could have multiple options. And there could be a submit send button that they could send to you and then you do what you want with it. Or it's just an online calculator on your WordPress page. We're doing this with Elementor form and it's really simple and easy to do. Look, over here we have a form, okay? And we do have a range of fields. We've got name and email. We have an options field. This is a select, and you can see my options for option A, B, and C. I've given it a label, and in the advanced tab, I've given it the ID for options. Okay, this is really important. Make sure you are very crystal clear with what your IDs are. Then we have a quantity field. This is labeled as quantity. It's a number field because we're going to allow you to increase and decrease how much quantity you want. Minimum value 1. 999 for a maximum value, and I've got a placeholder of 0. This is important now. The advanced tab is called quantity underscore options. Why have I gone underscore options? Well, because there's 2 quantities in play here. Okay, let's now go to the price field. So this is now going to be the calculated price based on the option you select, and the quantity. This is a text field because we are going to show the currency. You could have dollar, pound sign, GBP. You know, you can have words in there as well. There is no placeholder. The label is price, and the advanced tab is price underscore options because it relates to the options, okay? Then we go services. Again, this is a select. It could be a checkbox, okay? So there are various ways you can make this work for you. But I've just gone for select. We've got our services. Notice I have put the value in as well, just to make it clear to you that, oh, well, you know, services 3 is like $1,000, so you might not want to go for that. We go to the advanced tab, and the ID for this is services. You go to the quantity field, exact copy of what we had above. The only difference is that when we go to the advanced tab, it's now quantity underscore services. And when you go to the price one, it's a copy of what we had above. It's a price field. It's a text field because of the currency. But the ID is price underscore services, okay? So if you were going to have like options, services, and then another layer and then another layer, you repeat the quantity and the price, but you just make sure you give them unique IDs. Otherwise, it gets very, very confusing and it will not work for you. Or it might work for you, but I don't think it will work. We have a total field, which is text, because we will be showing the currency on, you know, when you're on the live version. Placeholder, I've just put 00 in. So you can start off with a value in there as a placeholder. And the advanced tab is total. There's no need to have total quantity, total services. You could do if you were going to have loads and loads of different layers and it was going to be convoluted, but we want to keep this simple. So that's all you got to do. There is some custom CSS applied as well. I'll quickly show you that. If we scroll down over here, I'm applying a custom color to the form field total for this one over here, darker background color, and it will have a white color when you actually have a value in there. I am hiding the submit button. So if I go and get rid of this bit of code over here, you will now see the send button has appeared. So do you want them to send you the details, or do you want it to just be an online calculator? And you can add in further fields. Okay, rearrange it how you want. And by the way, I have set some of these fields to be like 40%, 30%, 20%, whatever, to get them nicely sit in a line. Then down here, I've also applied some colors to price options and price services. So a bit of a gray color going on there, and I've aligned them to the right as well. The important bit is the HTML bit over here where we've gone and dropped in some JavaScript. This is quite important. If you want to hack into this, hack into it. It's pretty self-explanatory if I'm honest. Look, there's my option 1. There's my second layer, which is services. If you were going to have a third layer, you would go and drop it in. Over here, this is where it starts to do the calculations. Now, if you get stuck, just take this code, stick it into ChatGPT and just say, this is what this has. But I now want to add in an extra field, and I want it all to, combine into the total. So just add in another layer and explain what those fields are and what their IDs are, and it will work it out for you. But this is now going to do the calculation, and then it sums it all up for your grand total. And this is what you get. And this is what I love about how brilliant this bit of code is. So I go for option B, which is only $1. You can increase it to what you want. Let's leave it as service 1, and I might just go for 1 or loads and loads and loads. And if you want to overwrite it like that, you can do. What you can't do is click on the price field, because that's a calculated field. But everything else you could click on, but it totals it up for you, an online calculator. So you're letting people know, look, if you do work with me and you do go for these options, this is what the price could be, or this is what it starts from. Or you got a submit button, and then they send the details to you. This is all with Elementor Forms.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings.